Mike Cernovich, who's actually has effects on the real world. I mean, Mike Cernovich is, again, he's a Twitter troll. Again, one of these other guys who's challenged me to debate him, and I mean, there's absolutely no possibility of a profitable dialogue.
You need to spend less time on Twitter.
Yeah, listen
but,
to you,
no,
man.
but Cernovich was just on 60 Minutes. I mean, he's in the world, and he's affecting people's perception of Trump.
I'm just talking about your psyche.
Oh yeah, well,
for sure, right?
Yes. So to come back, it's not. Yeah, it's not. That's what. So when I was bringing up these guys like Cernovich, I mean, this is. I trolled Cernovich. I decided to troll Cernovich one day, and I thought it was hilarious, and it was just nothing but fun.
Do you know that Donald Trump Jr. said that Cernovich should get a Pulitzer for exposing
really?
Susan Rice?
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why this drives me a little crazy, because it's not Cernovich, it's the fact that this is bled into the real world.
Why'd you lead him down the Cernovich thing? You just brought him right back in.
I mean, it's huge.
We're yarn in front of the kitten.
Yeah, we're only now discovering the consequences of this.
Yeah. No, I think your point is very, very important, because I think that when you have
this way,
yes.
the fact that this style of communication is attractive to so many people. The fact that you can the bluff and bluster and empty boast and lies, being caught in lies without consequence.
Right.
I don't think we should act like dishonesty and bluff and bluster, to use a phrase you used before, is somehow new to the human repertoire. I get that.
The acceptance of it seems to be, though.
The fact that you can now credibly fake audio, right? So someone can sample, 5 minutes of this podcast, and then produce a conversation we've never had in voices exactly like our own, and those edits will no longer be discernible. I mean, we're basically there now. If someone is producing a clip that purports to be from your podcast where you're saying something insane, there just has to be a clear fingerprint digitally.
Yeah, but there's not.
No, I know, but that clearly we need that. We need that
yeah.
tomorrow. And Ms. Cernovich is another just malignant example of this, where you have someone who's got a fairly large following.
I think it's millions of people, right?
Yeah,
isn't it?
No, and it's
it doesn't look good. It just
but I mean, the truth is it's not. I mean, I'm cautiously hopeful. I mean, there's no way to stop. It will be so. I mean, the pressure. And the people who are, but too misleading in ways, but so yeah, I mean, I think for that, I mean, it's not that his motives are so reliably.
I've found that the negative consequences that you're discussing.
It's rare that I go down the rabbit hole and I go for days without looking at mentions.
There's anything wrong? I mean, just as your friend, I mean, I feel like there's nothing wrong with. I look at my mentions, but
it's more that if I publish something, if I ask for feedback, I want to see the feedback.
It's not necessarily
useful.
I mean, you get exhausted for 30 minutes of looking at your mentions.
Exactly. So it's. Or some guy like Hunter, who I have no idea who he is, but he's telling me I got something wrong, and I feel a little bit worse about myself, a little bit worse about my career, a little bit worse about people, a little bit worse about the future.
It's all very blurry.
I mean, it doesn't make me feel. I mean, it doesn't equip me to do anything better in my life. Doesn't make me feel any better about myself or other people. I mean,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just more worried about, again,
health.
Back to your psyche. Like, it feels like you need a little bit of a middle ground.
Yeah.
Don't let it in. Like, you're letting it in, and then you stew on it, and you have to bring up, Hunter and all these other people, and you fucked up, and now you got a problem.
But you created it. I mean,
I didn't do
it was his podcast with you that kicked this whole thing off.
Just too many people. The numbers they're not manageable. There's too many people. You're dealing with millions and millions of people.
Yeah, when you read a transcript, when you read a transcript of what actually comes out of his mouth, it is amazing.
Is responsible for just a huge epidemic.
It created the doubt. It created the doubt, and I think that was a very successful. It was a very successful strategy.
I mean, I think he's truly unique, and I think the way we're becoming unmoored from kind of the ordinary truth testing, I think is unique. It's a scary moment, and
I've contacted Brian Callen about this, and Brian Callen contacted Hunter about this. And was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he continues to do it.
It's crazy behavior. Yeah.
He said he wouldn't do it anymore, and then he did more.
I mean, it's
like
game.
you, they try to keep him away from social media.
Yeah. Well, that's working out.
I mean, that's a big thing, don't they? They try to pull him away from it.
Yeah, but that's been impossible.
No
one can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
You'll notice I've stepped out of some of the discussions that have been taking place because it's not my role as a journalist to come down on one side or another. But I feel absolutely comfortable saying it's like him or not, you have to give him credit for an unbelievable victory that very few people saw coming.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
So, yeah, I mean, I
what the fuck?
Yeah, but it's an interesting.
You're letting them way too deep.
Perhaps I gave a false impression of how under my skin this has gotten.
Just the fact that you talked about it at all, though, is too much.
Well, no, but I think it's of huge consequence. I mean, I think it's given us Trump. I think
you fucked up. If I fucked up, and I know I fucked up, I think one of the most important things that I do is I admit that I fucked up. And I talk about it, and I apologize, and I say, look, I'm flawed, I'm human, I made a mistake, sorry. And then just step away. Like, let the fucking chaos ensue in the comments, let all the people call you a shill and a whatever.
When has Trump admitted a mistake?
But isn't the difference being that neither you nor I have any desire to control anything?
Yeah, but these are, so... Yeah, I mean, whatever the solution is, you want to be able to correct errors.
Yeah, right. Maybe, right? Yeah. I mean, that's the big argument is that.
Yeah. Well, yes, that there is that argument, and
I just think that someone is going to have to be dynamic. They're going to have to engage people in a way that, I mean, they're going to have to deal with his attacks.
No, you have to be wired differently, but he clearly is he's wired that way, and it's worked for him, right? And that worked, and so you need.
Yeah. It's a trip. Feel so happy it's over.
It's like the joke about the dude who's banging his head up against the wall, and somebody says, "Why are you doing that?" He says, "Because it feels so good."
The center of the bullseye for me is not suffering unnecessarily.
He's having a good time. Seriously.
It did. It did.
I mean, I guess I have questions about whether it's even going to happen.
When I'm listening to a meditation that I recorded, it is amazing. I mean, the just my own voice. I mean, and
beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, we just did 3 hours.
Wow.
Flew by.
Yes, it did.
Yes.
Wow,
Thank you very much.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Really
it was a lot of
appreciate
fun.
it.
It was a lot of fun
to meet
as
you.
always.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, that's it. Go do something else. Bye.